Hey, it's Becca. Welcome to my channel where today we're hanging out in the foyer, going to decorate it for summer, focusing on the console table behind me. I'm going to give it a few different looks, both asymmetrical and symmetrical, to maybe give you an idea or two on how you can style your console table, accent table, sofa table, etc., using items that you have around your home. Before I get started, I thought it would be fun to turn the camera around, show you what our foyer looks like, just to give you a better understanding or perspective of the spot we'll be focusing on today. So when you walk through the front door, this is what you see. Starting over here, the board and batten was a DIY project from a couple of years ago that I eventually finished and carried it over there. I'm still not done. I have a couple of other walls to do and I managed to put it off. Hopefully I'll get to it before fall. These same prints are still here. I had them here at spring or for springtime. I haven't even changed those out. I don't even think that I will. I'll just wait for fall. And then if you've been hanging out with me for a while, you might recognize this little configuration. I had always wanted to try a pedestal table in the foyer just because it's wide enough to walk around, but it's still an awkward space. So just for fun, I added the faux hide pedestal table and the tall vase with taller florals, and I've just kind of kept it here. I like how the pink ties in with the pink and the prints there and the French balloon print over there. And even though I've added a lot of blue, coastal blue for summer, I kind of like having that pop of vibrant pink right as you walk through the front door. And then that leads us to the spot we're going to be working on today. It's inset back just a little bit. You can go to the right to the family room and kitchen or the left to the dining room. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this table here just because it fits the wall nicely. Found it at World Market several years ago. When we bought it, it had a stained finish, which of course I eventually painted white, added the larger handles. However, I think I'm going to go ahead and paint it back to give it a wood finish. So I hope you'll hang out with me when I do that in the coming weeks. I also think I'm going to go ahead and keep this print here just because we are so close to decorating for fall, believe it or not, that I'm just not going to spend the money to add summer prints. Plus, I think it works for summer, right? Like all the really pretty colors. And it has the blue or shades of blue. So I do think it'll tie in nicely with the coastal blue or darker blue accents that I want to add for the next few weeks anyway. Since we're in here, I'll turn you slowly this way. You can see the rest of the board and batten that I added along with this secretary. We found this in South Carolina years ago. Of course, I had to paint it white and I didn't change much of the styling from spring. Went ahead and kept the French postcard canvases to tie in with the balloon print. Added these little bowls in the middle. And then the pictures, I believe these are the same ones I had here for spring, although I added the blue and white plates down below just to add that pop of blue for the summer. Now that we've chatted for a minute, I'll go ahead and start decorating, beginning with the first look, which will be a very simple, symmetrical one. Now, because I mentioned earlier, I'm adding accents of blue all around the house. The first thing I'm going to do is add this very simple runner right on the top. Next, I'm adding a pair of matching lamps, one to each end. And then this handsome horse right in the middle. And then on each side of the horse, I'm going to add one of these books to act as a riser. And then to the top of the books, I'm going to add one of these really pretty blue and white containers. Even though the containers had lids, I decided to keep them off, and in their place, Just gonna add a faux fern right down inside the container. And then down below on the bottom shelf, the first thing I'm gonna add right in the middle is this really pretty blue and white stand. And then to each side, I'm gonna bring in a little bit of texture by adding a pair of matching baskets. Now I'm just going to add a couple more items to take that look up just a notch, starting with this mirror that I borrowed from the basement. By adding the mirror behind the horse, I feel like it gives it something to anchor to, almost giving it a bit more presence, balancing better with the taller lamps on each end. What do you think? And then on the bottom shelf, what if I take away these baskets? Fill them with matching pillows that have linen pillow covers, along with matching blue and white throws that have really cute tassel embellishments, and then put them back. By adding the matching pillows and throws in the baskets, not only have we given them dimension and more texture layers, we've now spread that blue out a little bit. So where we have it here and here with the vases, not to mention the runner that's going across the entire top of the console. Now we're coming down diagonally and we have it at each end down below. For this next look, I decided to keep the mirror. I like its reflective quality, but this time I'm going to add just a little bit of asymmetry. First, I'm bringing back lighting, just one lamp this time. And then a pair of books to the other side. Along with this faux floral and greenery arrangement that I borrowed from another room. To the middle, I'm going to add this bowl that I borrowed from another room that I've also filled with seashells. And then lastly, I'm going to add a pair of matching blue and white candle holders. I borrowed these from the dining room that I decorated last week. Placing them on each side of the bowl. And then down below, I'm going to take the basket away. And then in its place, take the same throw, just lay it right there, adding the pillow back along with a lumbar pillow. I'm curious, which look do you prefer? I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to keep. However, I'll be sure to share it for my summer home tour, which I hope to be sharing with you really soon. I also have a couple of projects, one involving white furniture that I'm going to give it a wood look again. Might go on a couple of field trips, maybe a little Christmas in July, and then we are gonna start decorating for fall. As always, I really appreciate your company. It would mean the world to me if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up, maybe share it with a friend, or consider subscribing to my channel. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.